Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. This is your look ahead video updated on Thursday the 10th of September. Now I've got a question for you first of all. We've been updating these look aheads later on in the day because it enables us to get more data in. But when would you like the look ahead updated? Does it suit you late afternoon? Would you prefer it to be early morning? How about mid-morning? Get in touch and let us know. You can use the contact form at the top of the weatherweb.net page and just send us a quick email and let us know when you would prefer to see the look aheads updated. We want them to be as useful as possible for you. We've started updating the fast forecasts during the early evening and that seems to have worked quite well, but if you can just let us know when you'd like the look aheads updated, we can try our best to get those sorted out for you. Now, we're at the peak day of hurricanes. Historically, the 10th of September is traditionally the peak of the season, and this chart from NOAA picks that out. Here we are, 10th of September. Look, that's when most hurricanes and tropical storms are occurring. Number of storms per 100 years, look, peaks on the 10th of September, and then notice how it kind of peters off after that. So happy peak of the hurricane season day. Very, very quiet out there just at the moment. There's virtually nothing going on. We've got Henry and we have Linda out there as well, but not much else. This is really what it should look like between the 11th and the 20th of September. These are the sources of developing tropical storms during that period. So this is the mean of where those occur, and you can see quite a wide spread of storms across the Atlantic and into the eastern Pacific. What we tend to find, though, during a El Nino event, which of course is what we've got going on at the moment, is that there are far less hurricanes in the Atlantic than normal. Let me just try and zoom in on this chart a little bit more for you. Let's get in there. There we go. And you can see here, this again from NOAA, highlighting that we get fewer hurricanes. Did I say fewer hurricanes? Fewer hurricanes in the Atlantic. More hurricanes over the eastern Pacific. And of course, that's where we get the warm and the wet conditions across the equator. And this is basically exactly what's going on this year. Just take a look at the satellite picture. And this is the east of the Pacific Ocean. And what it's showing quite nicely is Linda coming up into here. We've got this is that warm wet weather that you saw there. This is the breeding ground for tropical storms going into the Pacific. We've got one feature out here in the western Pacific, but just look how quiet it is in the Atlantic. Just nothing going on. You take this train back into North Africa and there's virtually nothing there as well. The reason for that is because of the wind shear that's at upper levels here, which is basically just blowing like so. So things just can't get going. And it's been like that now for quite a while. I think we're up to 8 named storms in the Atlantic, and really it just doesn't look like there's anything else on the horizon, at least soon. But of course, still got lots of warm water, still got above normal temperatures there, so anything could happen. But you would expect, given the El Nino strengthening all the time, that the shear is just going to be continuing. So I think we've just got to go with a very quiet season. Now, I want to show you this one, just the developments over the next few days as to how things pan out going into next week. You'll already know probably that we're seeing unsettled conditions into next week. These charts from weatheronline.co.uk, by the way. Here's the rain coming in from the west, look, on Friday night into Saturday morning, associated with low pressure there. And as I just knock the sequence on, you'll see how the low comes through, becomes quite a dominant feature. Anybody who tells you they can forecast the detail for next week is lying, because there's absolutely no chance of you being able to do that, apart from saying low pressure's over the top of us. It's going to be more unsettled. There's going to be outbreaks of rain and some showers at times, and the jet will go to the south of us. That's the best way that you can, the best thing you can say just at the moment. However, what we've got to pick up from the models, and this is what you often have to do, is to get the narrative of what it's trying to say. And notice how by next Saturday, so this is Saturday the 19th, you see here it's trying to build a ridge of high pressure in. Now, I doubt for a moment that this is exactly how the chart is going to look on Saturday, but it's that build of pressure that's interesting. Remember, I was telling you that I thought sort of 23rd, 24th for pressure to be building back in. Well, this is 5 days earlier. But the idea that the GFS is trying to show that suggests somewhere in its modelling it's seeing the dynamics of an anticyclone building back in, and look, it keeps that anticyclone then in play through to Thursday the 24th, Friday the 25th, and it then breaks it down again heading towards the end of the month. But I think you treat that with a pinch of salt. That's the interesting one, because that's a chart very similar to the one that we expect to see, with the ridge off towards the east, another one building out west. And it's actually this feature here that presents the most interest, because if this one does build, that's the system that takes us through the end of September into the early parts of October with that high pressure. So certainly things to be watching out for on the GFS over the coming days. We've been talking to private clients about those and the fact that they are now being highlighted. I said it before that the stuff we're talking to private clients about is exactly the sort of stuff that we're going to be putting on WeatherWeb Premium. And of course, I'll tell you more about that as we get closer to its launch. Okay, I shall leave you with that for now, but whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Don't forget, for detailed forecasts for the next few days and for the weekend, excuse me, do check out our fast forecast. But for now, whatever you're doing, don't forget to tell your friends about us. Thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.